I'm Master Sergeant Anthony Schmaus, your active duty Air Force recruiter. I'm located benefits. So, as I mentioned, I'm a musician by trade, and you've probably heard the question, what does your future look like? How are things looking? But you probably haven't heard the question, what does your future sound like? So today, we're going to talk a little bit about what your future in the Air Force could sound like. So there are 8 elements of music. They're listed right there. Every song you hear in the radio, no matter if it's classical music or pop or country, consists of these elements. And just like in music, a good career is comprised of elements as well. So what are the elements of a good future? Well, one, you want to have money, right? Having financial stability and freedom. You want to have a place to go. You don't want to be in a dead-end job, right? With no means of making more money or having greater responsibility as well. Training, you need to have skills, right? You need to have something that's marketable and desirable for you to have gainful employment. Travel, right? Seeing the world, getting outside of your bubble, as it were, and experiencing different cultures and meeting new people, that's important too. Of course, education, you're in school right now. And some of you are thinking about going to college after this or a trade school. No matter what you do, no matter what the education looks like, excuse me, education is a very important element to having a good future. Recreation, you don't want to be all work and no play. You want to have time to enjoy your life with the people you want to be around. So that's important too, so you don't get burnt out. Satisfaction, you want what you do in life to make a difference, to make a positive difference in the lives of others. All right, you don't want to just do something to do something, right? And finally, security, having peace of mind, knowing that you have a solid foundation upon which to stand on and build your future. The first element that we'll discuss today is money, and we'll equate this to rhythm. All right. So in the music industry, there's a drum beat called the money beat. And it's the first groove that most drummers learn to play. It looks like this. If you're a musician, you know what that means. If you're a drummer, but this simple music beat has made people a lot of money. And you're going to hear this and variations thereof on the radio all the time. Here's a little. Thinking, I'm going to go right into the workforce. I'm not going to go to trade school. I'm not going to go to college. I'm just going to start making money. So the average annual income for a high school graduate without a college degree, this is an older study, but it's probably pretty similar, is around $37,000. All right. That's not chump change. That's a good amount of money, right? Especially considering that you don't have much of a further education, right? Now, the average total annual compensation for an airman basic, which is the starting point of an Air Force career on the enlisted side, is around the same, about $38,500. That's so we're going to play the money game, all right, to illustrate how those numbers are very different. So let's say, Sally gets a normal job and Sue starts an Air Force career, right? They both have $1,000, all right? So Sally has to pay rent, though. She has to pay $300 out of that $1,000 for rent. Sue doesn't have to pay anything. Her rent's covered by the Air Force. Sally's going to have to pay for groceries. Sue's food's covered. All right. She gets 4 square meals a day from the dining facility. All right. Sally realizes she needs an education. So she's going to start going to community college, but that costs money. So that's another $200. But Sue gets her college education for free because she's automatically enrolled in the community college of the Air Force, which is a great way to get education and college credits while just getting your job training and enjoying a great career. And then Sally wants to hang out, go watch a movie. She gets a Dr. Pepper, gets a small popcorn. She goes to AMC, $25. Sue watches the same movie at the base theater, Dr. Pepper gets a large popcorn, and she's only paying $10 because she gets a discount, right? So you can see, in all actuality, even though those numbers are exactly the same when they started, we're exactly the same at the end. Sue has a lot more in her pocket, which is, she's ecstatic about that. All right. So in the Air Force, you're going to have steady monthly income. All right. And the 1st and 15th of every month, you're going to start out with less than 4 months at $1,650, but within 16 months, you're going to be over $2,000. All right. And you virtually have no expenses. All right. So a lot of that money goes into your pocket. Okay. Dorm and dining facility, again, your living quarters, your food, all covered. You're going to have your own room. You have a full kitchen, a full bathroom, washer and dryer that you'll share with one of the persons. The same. So 3 years, you get to move off base, or if you get married before then, you get to move off base, and you'll get a food allowance, which is tax-free, around $400 a month just for groceries. All right, that's not bad at all. And you'll also get a housing allowance, which is tax-free. That's money for rent or mortgage based on where you're located, what your rank is, and if you're married or not. And what you don't spend, you get to pocket. Not a bad deal. So if you get $1,000 BAH and your rent's $500 and your utilities are $200, well, you get to pocket that $300 extra. All right. So we talked about money. Now we're going to talk a little bit about another great benefit, which is education. And we'll equate that with the tonality, right, of your future. So there's 4 different basic chord quality types in music: major, minor, diminished, and augmented. And we're going to relate those to certain people in education. All right. So major sounds happy. It's like getting your education, not going into debt, and having a guaranteed career and guaranteed work in your area of study. That makes people pretty happy. Minor sounds sad. It's like getting your education, but you have a lot of debt. There's no guarantee of work in your area of study either. I see this a lot. Diminished sounds kind of frustrating. It'd be like dropping out of college with debt and ending up in a dead-end job just to pay bills. That's a frustrating place to be. And then finally, augmented sounds a little unsettled. And that's like you want to get an education, but you don't even know where to start. You don't know what to go for. You don't know how to pay for it. You're just stuck. All right. And these sound like this. Major. Minor. It's augmented, mixed up the order a little bit. And that's diminished. There you go. You don't want your education to sound like that. Just college. All right, in-state cost a year, and that's tuition, books, room and board, all that kind of stuff. Looking around 25 grand a year. That adds up, right? And it goes up for private colleges. All right. Tom Hanks can't even wrap his mind around that. It's a lot of money. Okay. And the average college graduate's debt, well, that is around $30,000. That's a pretty steep hill to climb out of need for trades. All right. But there's still a cost that is incurred with going to trade school. Okay. It's from $4,000 up to $15,000. Not many people just have that lying around. So that's still money you got to pay off. Okay. And there's no guarantee. So there's no guarantee in college that you will get a job in the area of your study after you graduate. And for trade school graduates, you have to pay annual dues to be a part of a trade union. Full benefits may not be available right away until you get to a couple years in, and strikes and layoffs can and do happen. All right, so you're missing that security as well. So you're probably saying, Sarge Schmaus, I see some problems. I can be stuck in a dead-end job, losing a lot of the money I make if I don't further my education, or I will most likely gain a lot of debt if I want to further my education in college or trade school. Houston, we have a problem. You're saying, what can I do? Is there a solution? Well, the good news, and I just told it to this guy, is yes. Community College of the Air Force. As I mentioned, Sue was going to be automatically enrolled in the Community College of the Air Force. It's an accredited academic institution. All careers are awarded an Associate of Applied Science degree. We have over 71. This is just a snapshot. So you get a lot of great benefits in addition to being automatically enrolled and getting that applied Associate of Applied Science degree. All right, you get access to either the Montgomery GI Bill or post 9/11 GI Bill. There's different particulars to those depending on what you're looking for, but both are very robust in furthering your education. Tuition assistance, I'm using this right now to get my graduate degree. You can use this and it will pay up to 100% annually of your schooling. college level exam program, CLEP, as we call them. If you already know a subject, you can go to a base education office, take a test. If you pass it, you get the college credits right there. You save yourself a couple of weeks and a couple $100. Credentialing opportunities online, a great place to get professional certificates and licenses, which sometimes are just as important as having degrees. And there's others, but you can see with the GI Bill, all right, it doesn't just pay for college, right? You can do vocational technical training, right? Apprenticeship training, more licenses and certification, reimbursement, all right? Flight training if you want to be a pilot. A little more to our song here, okay? A couple different guitar parts, nice clear tone there. All right, starting to come together, all right? Okay. So what makes you, the layers, all right, the texture of your life, all right? So again, you don't want to be all work and no play. You want to do the things that really you enjoy doing with the people you enjoy spending time with. So you might be somebody who likes extreme sports. You know, you can do those things, CrossFit. You might be somebody who likes just taking walks on the beach, getting caught in the rain, relaxing. No matter what you're looking for, you're going to find opportunities to enjoy your life in the Air Force. All right. One of the things you're going to hear a lot about the Air Force is great quality of life. That includes intramural sports. If you're an athletic type, fitness gym facilities for free. All right. And really nice facilities as well. Club, movie theater, bowling alley, you name it. The Air Force is going to probably have it. The Air Force bases are like little cities in and of themselves. All right. Discounted state park admission, free or discounted hunting and fishing licenses for you outdoor types. Get discounted tickets for concerts, games, theme parks, and whatnot. I went and saw the Steelers one time when I was out at Offutt Air Force Base, Nebraska. My wife and I went down to Arrowhead Stadium and saw them play the Chiefs. We lost that game, but we got to see it for free, which was awesome. That second one out of all these is really huge. 30 days vacation with pay annually. You can work places in the civilian sector and never, ever come close to that. So right out of high school, you can enjoy that kind of time off to recharge your battery and come back to the Air Force to continue doing the awesome work that you do for our country. All right, so we're gonna add another part to our song here. Add some low end here, right? With bass. So, starting to come together. We're gonna do a recap right now, and then we're gonna listen to what our song is gonna sound like, all right? What our future is gonna sound like. Money, you're gonna make it. Education, you're gonna get it. And lifestyle, it's awesome.